Good 7 a.m. Don't just do something. Sit there. Say that again, right? Like, did she say that right? Don't do something. Sit there. Seems kind of like an odd statement from a health and wellness coach who's always asking you to exercise and move more, right? Well, I got a point, so stick with me if you are really wanting to see success in your health and wellness. Build consistency and confidence in your healthy habits. Maybe you have a weight loss goal. Maybe you're getting stronger. Maybe you're recovering from an injury and you want to get better, faster. But maybe you're sitting there because you can't move. Or maybe you're sitting there because you're stuck in analysis paralysis and you are overthinking everything and just not doing something. Or maybe you're sitting there because you're procrastinating. Any of those resonate? Give me a thumbs up if they do. Hey, I'm Coach Jessica, super excited to be here and support you in your health and wellness journey. If you have been struggling over time, being in it and then out and then in it and then out, I'm here to support you because it is a roller coaster and a challenge, but it doesn't have to be all by yourself. You don't have to do this by yourself. You can have someone here to support you in your health and wellness. So I'm going to say that one more time. Don't just do something. Sit there. Okay, let me break this down for you so it makes a little more sense. So sit there. So too often in our life, we are in a go, 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 do more, right? And we burn out. And that's a lot of times why we can fall off, right? We fall off the track of meal prepping because we're always thinking we have to do it a certain way and we're doing it so much we burn ourselves out. Or workouts, we're either all in and exercising every single day and then never giving ourselves the break or the rest that we need and we burn out, right? The society that we live in is a go, go, do more world. When was the last time you sat and you reflected and you thought about where you're at, how you're doing, where you're winning, where you're learning? I'd be curious. When was the last time you sat down and you really thought about that? Because celebrating your daily wins is a huge, huge step to help you keep that momentum going, to keep that motivation going. Too often we'll just check the box and keep moving forward and never celebrate or give ourselves the credit for the things that we have accomplished in our health and wellness or in other areas of our life too. Too often we check the box and we go. There's no reflection. There's no atta girl. Good job. If you've ever attended one of our live classes, you know, good morning, Elizabeth. How you doing? If you've ever attended one of my live classes, you know that we always end the class with a big hug from me to you. And I ask you to give yourself a pat on the back for showing up for yourself and working out. You have exercised, you have moved. Let's reflect for just a second. Give ourselves a little atta girl for doing something really good for ourselves, because too often we're always looking at the things that we didn't accomplish, that didn't get crossed off the list, but we forget to reflect on the things that really helped us get to where we are currently today. You've made so much progress in your health and wellness. Clothes are fitting better. You've learned so much about food prep and foods that help you feel good and foods that help you have energy. You have all these other non-scale wins that we often forget about when we don't see the scale moving. And often, very often, I see this in the health and wellness industry, that we have brainwashed people to only care about what the scale says. And I'll just be honest, even if you lose weight, your problems are still going to be there. It doesn't guarantee any kinds of happiness. But let me tell you, when you do the actions that lead to weight loss, we tend to be a happier person. We tend to be more energized. So pausing, reflecting on the things that really helped you can help remind you to do those things more often. And too often when we start to spiral in a direction that we are chasing after the world and doing the things that we think we need to do, we get way off track of actually pausing, reflecting on the things that actually matter. And that's how we get off course. You know, like airplanes are constantly course correcting when they are navigating across the sky. There is not a linear path that they ever follow. They are consistently a little right, a little left. Same in a boat. A little left, a little right. You got the current pushing against you, you got the sky and the wind and all those things, right? You're going to continue to have to course correct. You have a path that you're following, and if you are constantly checking the path, the goals that you're heading towards, the things that you're wanting to accomplish, you pause, you reflect, you can course correct very quickly compared to not paying any attention, and then all of a sudden 3 weeks have gone by and you haven't done a darn thing. That's why we have a reflection process. In the BTC weekly, we check our momentum. What are we succeeding at so that we can celebrate? But what else are we working on right now? And there may be an area that maybe is not perfect, because let's be honest, none of us are perfect. Only Jesus was perfect. But there may be some areas or pillars, health pillars that you're working on, and it may not be perfect. Like you wanted to do 4 workouts this week and you got 3. Oh, I didn't accomplish it. You got 3 workouts in. It's a mindset. It's how you express yourself. So when you take that reflection time, you're like, girl, you got 3 workouts in this week. Good job. You aimed for 4, you got 3. That's a darn good week, because you could have done 0. You're still moving in the direction towards your goal. You're going to get there a lot faster with 3 workouts a week than 0 workouts a week. If you get a week that you just happen to have the time to do 4, great, rocking it. You're winning. And then maybe the next week you've got some other obligations and you get 3, and then this week you get 2, and then you get 4 the next. And that is what progress looks like, that ebb and flow. You're course correcting through the whole thing. But we have to sit down and we have to reflect, because if you are always going, you're going to miss something. You're going to miss a lesson, which you're going to then continue to repeat over and over and over again. If you know when you travel that it makes exercise harder, or there's a lot of unpredictability when it comes to the food that you're going to have access to, you can prepare for that, or you can just go by the seat of the pants and just be like, oh, I had another work trip that I ate like crap and I didn't get any movement in. If we're going to continue to repeat and relearn those messages and those lessons until we choose to reflect, learn, and try something new. It may not work, but we're going to keep trying something until we find the thing that works. It's the getting back up and learning from each of our activities and actions that we do with that reflection process. We learn when we reflect, right? Like we take action, we win or we learn, right? We win or we learn from action. But then that reflection is where we take those lessons, those learnings, and we know, or the wins, and know, hey, that worked really well. I want to do that again. Make that part of your plan. If you're like, ooh, that didn't work as well, I'm going to tweak it just a little bit and move forward. But that reflection process is really important. And sometimes you may need somebody like a sounding board to echo that, or you may need someone to remind you of those things that you're doing that you are winning. And that's what I can do to help support you as your coach. I can be that sounding board and be like, hey, girl, you hit 85% this last month in your step goal. 85%. That is amazing progress towards building a healthy routine around movement. But sometimes we lose focus on just like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing I'm going to do? Don't get me wrong. I want you to have that drive and keep going. And we need to keep going, but we also need that rest and that reflection time. So I'm going to read you a quick verse. Luke 10:41 through 42. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. So if you know this story, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, that reflection time. Mary chose to sit with Jesus and listen and hear his message and to slow down. But Martha was worried about getting the food ready and getting the house ready because she had all these guests. She was missing out because she was go, go, go. Pause and reflect. We need that pause and reflect. We need that time with him to pause and reflect. We need time to pause and reflect on our health and our wellness and the things that we are doing really well for ourselves. Pause and reflect to take in the learnings from the missteps that we may have taken. If you choose to take that pause, and a lot of people, I see this all the time, think it's wasted time, but it's your growth and your development that you're missing out on if you don't pause and reflect. I'm not talking days. I'm talking 15 minutes. You can make a lot happen to pause and reflect. It's funny, I was watching a Little House on the Prairie episode the other day. I know, it's just one of my personal jams I enjoy. And it was a Christmas memories episode, and they were reflecting back on previous episodes of life and Christmas in the big woods. And they just shared all these beautiful memories. And it made me think about, are you pausing and looking and remembering the little things that happened in your day, whether it be health and wellness related, or whether it be that enjoyable coffee you had with a friend? Did you bask in that? Did you celebrate that? Or are you focused in on the next thing you have to do? These are the moments we miss as part of our joyful journey in life. And if we're not enjoying our health and wellness journey, if we're not incorporating time with friends and family and the things that make us super happy and joyful, we're going to miss our life because we're focused on that next thing. So today I'm going to encourage you, don't just do something. Sit there, reflect, enjoy, celebrate. But if you're not going and you are needing something to help you get moving a little bit more, I do have a free PDF for you if you want to learn how to incorporate some easy exercises in your day. I'd love to send it to you. It's the Great 8. Tomorrow I will talk about another one of the exercises, so join me back here again around 7 a.m. and I'll talk to you a little bit about, let's see, which one didn't we do yet? We'll do the row, the back row. Everybody knows what a back row is, but I'll give you some specifics that are going to help you see success in sculpting that nice, strong back that we love to show off in our tank tops. Summertime is coming soon, ladies. And you know what? We need to be able to pick stuff up because we are strong women and we want to be able to do things without having to ask for help. So it's really important that we are able to do a good, strong row. All right. I love you. If you want that PDF, put PDF down below and I will share the Great 8 exercises that will help you see success in your health and wellness. And I hope that you sit there today and reflect on all the wonderful things that you do. God bless each and every one of you, and drink some more water. Bye. Thanks for being here.